And welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott, joined now by Steve Thao. We're going to talk about Salmon Fest, which is coming up not this weekend, but next weekend, December the 5th.
That's right.
Out at Lost Lake.
Yep.
You're excited, aren't you?
I'm excited. I think everyone that comes will have a great time.
People don't, well, years ago there were lots of salmon in the San Joaquin River. Now, not so many. But you're celebrating what's there.
And what could be there.
What could be there.
Yeah, what could be there. We're in the first few phases of the restoration of the San Joaquin River.
Right.
And what that is that we're going to put more water in there, build around it, have more recreational and fishing opportunities for the public.
So who came up with the idea for a Salmon Fest? Was it you? You going to take the credit? Or
Sure, I'll take the credit. I came up with the idea of Salmon Fest. No. It's an opportunity for the public to come out and have fun and learn about the restoration. And also there are people who have questions about it, who are not totally for it. We want them to come out and talk to the implementing agencies. That means Fish and Wildlife, San Joaquin Conservancy. Talk to the people in charge of what's happening and say, hey, I don't like it because it's going to do this or that. It's going to take water from the farmers or whatever. And so you'll get the real information right from the horse's mouth, if you will.
So will there be booths set up everywhere?
Yeah. There'll be booths set up, educational booths, and also we have some vendor booths, businesses that want to come out there. And then we have arts and crafts, kids zones, and we'll have food trucks.
And salmon.
And salmon.
Maybe. Right?
No, we will have a
You
salmon.
will, okay.
The first year, we actually took 5 adult Chinook salmon and put it into the river as a symbolic gesture. They're doing that continuously, but we hope to do that to show the public that we're putting adult salmon in here. And, I think we had, I don't want to say the number because I'll get in trouble, several hundred in there. So we want them to spawn, we want them to live there, we want them to get acclimated to the water, and we want them to create more salmon. And so we're hoping to do that next Saturday too. Have the public see us put 5 really big salmon.
Really? They're that big?
They're that big, yeah.
What do they weigh?
I venture to guess maybe at least 30 pounds or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I would think they would just swim downstream. Don't they just follow the flow of the stream or the river?
Well, they're gonna stay in that area because it's nice and cold. Yeah, and so as you understand about salmon, they stay in the river and then they go out to the ocean. They live there for a couple of years, and then they come back to die and to reproduce. To spawn, yeah. And that's what's happening right now in Sacramento. That's why people are fishing up there, because all the salmon are coming back, and they've estimated how many we can fish for, how many are coming back. It's a science. It really is a science. Several 100,000, and this is how many we can catch. So that's what we hope to replicate here in the San Joaquin Valley in Fresno.
So these big 30-pounders you put in there, what's to stop a fisherman from coming along the same day and catching it?
Well, it's illegal.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's illegal. We can't fish for salmon right now. And also there's Fish and Wildlife right there. So we want to give them a chance to spawn. We want them to have a chance to understand this is going to be our home. And, of course, they grew up somewhere else at a hatchery. We put them in there. We're helping nature out artificially because we kind of came into nature and artificially changed it too. Dams and civilization.
I'm just wondering how many fishermen out there, if they caught a 30-pound salmon, would throw it back or would be tempted to keep it.
Plenty would, and to tell you the truth, I do understand. That's why we have these festivals to explain to the public. This is a large trout. This is a salmon. They look very much alike. They're like cousins, I saw a young woman take out a huge trout 5-6 years ago when they were still planting, and I thought to myself, wow, that's a salmon. But obviously it was not a salmon, it's a trout. And so we want to educate people, we can't fish for salmon right now, but perhaps 8 years or 10 years down the line, we could fish for it, or your children can fish for it.
Once they get established.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what is the difference between a trout and a salmon? How can you differentiate them?
Oh, man, you're asking me the tough questions today. I think it's the tail and also the beak. It looks a little bit different. But, like I said, they're cousins. They're very similar. But, our salmon that we put in there are huge. You'll know it's a salmon. And actually, we have seen pictures online of people catching salmon, and they actually put it back. We're getting the word out there that, you can't catch salmon yet. Not yet.
What are the pictures we're looking at here? Is this of folks just having fun out there?
Yeah, that's last year we had a 5K run. It's really beautiful. Last year we did it in...
Run along the river there?
Run along the
Nice.
river. Actually, that's the name of our of our run. It's called Run Along the River 5K, and so that's an overhead view from a drone looking down at the beautiful San Joaquin Valley and river. And that's Roger George, our famous Olympic decathlon and fishing guide. And that's another beautiful.
Is he from Fresno?
He's from Fresno.
Huh.
Yeah. I should have brought him on here today.
Yeah.
Next time I will.
But it's next weekend. So we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay, so you have to pay to get into Lost Lake Park, right?
Yeah, you have to pay
$5 a car.
$5, but if you go to our website, it's Facebook TUSJR. I'm giving out free tickets to Lost Lake.
Really?
So it could be a totally free adventure for you to go there.
Because there's no charge for the event itself.
Yeah, it's free.
It's just you have to pay to get into the Lost Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you out there. We'll videotape you and put that segment on for you guys.
What? Catching a big salmon?
Catching a big trout.
Trout.
Yeah.
All right. So what time does it all start?
Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh, you're early.
Well, I think most people will be coming at about 11 or 12. The good thing about this year is that it comes after Black Friday, so that means I can buy really cool prizes to give out to people. Cheaper.
You're going to load up on Black Friday.
I'm going to load up on Black Friday.
Give it all away the next
I'm going
week.
to give it away. I think that we're going for big screen TVs and nice fishing rods. So
You're going to be giving away big screen TVs?
Yeah.
Why?
We just want the public to have a good time.
You want them out there, huh?
Yeah, entice them to come. I do another event in spring called the Fishing Derby at Sycamore Island. We give away a lifetime fishing license.
That's nice.
You win, you never have to buy another fishing license, ever.
Can you buy one of those from Fish and Game?
Oh yeah,
A lifetime?
Yeah. It's based on your age too.
Oh, okay.
It's anywhere up to $500 to $800.
Wow.
But
That'd be a
we
nice
give
thing to
those
win,
away.
though, if you're a fisherman, though.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Salmon Fest, Fresno Salmon Fest, next weekend, December the 5th, out there at Lost Lake Park. $5 to get in, or if you get quickly to the website, maybe
TUSJR.
Steve, that's the website?
Yeah. On the Facebook, TUSJR. But the website is www.fresnosalmonfest.info.
You might get free admission to the park.
Yeah.
All
Absolutely.
right. Hope you have a nice turnout.
Thank you so much for having me
Steve,
here.
thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
All
The
right.
Salmon Fest right here on Central Valley Talk.